If you're an HSP, then chances are you struggle with boundaries. A lot of people do. And if you're extra sensitive, then you're going to be experiencing this problem that much more. Because when you're extra sensitive, you feel the encroachment of other people's energies more easily. So what do you do when you're having an experience where you're talking with a friend or a partner or a colleague or even your boss, and you're feeling that encroachment? You're in a sensitive place. Maybe it's early in the morning. Maybe you just had a long meditation, or it's just on an ordinary day and this person's just coming with some strong energy. Whatever it is, you know that feeling when someone enters your space and it doesn't feel good. Or hopefully you do. Because the key to setting boundaries is first having the awareness that a boundary has been crossed. So let's first talk about that. The way you know when a boundary has been crossed is you feel a shift in your energy. From feeling peaceful and at ease to all of a sudden feeling a little irritated, a little agitated, and contracted. It's that contraction that really clues us in to the fact that something's going on here. And so the question then becomes, what do you do about this contraction? Now, for a lot of people, especially HSPs, we feel the contraction and we don't want to do anything about it because we don't know what to do, because it's not easy. Because I would say the appropriate response would be to communicate what's going on to the other person, which is immediately scary. Because why? Well, it invites conflict and confrontation. And if you're an empath as well, what if you make somebody feel uncomfortable by letting them know that they're making you feel uncomfortable, and now you're feeling their unease? It's a major dilemma. And it's what's kept me from protecting my boundaries at times, because I'm quite empathic, and I'll feel someone's discomfort, or I'll feel the tension of the conflict, and I won't say anything sometimes. Or I'll just be so wary of inviting any conflict or confrontation that sometimes I keep to myself and I don't say anything. And that does not serve me. So it's been a practice of mine to more and more practice setting boundaries. Now, in practice, it's actually quite simple. It's really just a matter of communicating to this other person that something's going on for you. And that's really all it is. You're communicating to this innocent person who likely has no awareness that their intense energy or their roughness or just the timing of their connection with you is bothering you. Because maybe they're like this with a lot of other people and it's not bothering them. And here's where being an HSP really is important to consider, because 80% of the population is considered to be not an HSP. 15 to 20% are. So naturally, most people are going to assume that you're like the majority. That you're not fazed by their the roughness of their energy or the intensity of their approach or whatever it is that is kind of setting off some alarm bells. But as an HSP, your alarms are going to be triggered that much more easily. And I also want to remind you that this is not a flaw that you have these sensitive alarms in your system. In terms of evolutionary biology, 15 to 20% of humans and animal species are wired to be extra sensitive. Why? Well, imagine back before we became so civilized and technological. We were living in tribes, in the forest, in the jungle. And there needed to be those in the tribe that could alert others of potential danger because they heard the stick that got broken in the woods. So this is a good thing that you have this ability. It's an adaptation that is necessary for survival. It's also a superpower that clues you in to what's going on in a situation, what's going on for a person. You're extra perceptive. Okay, so this is a little side note because I work with HSPs who are interested in becoming coaches and healers. And my work with them is all about pointing out that what they thought were previously defects or flaws or weaknesses are in fact superpowers. Okay? And in order to empower yourself to be an amazing coach or healer, it's vitally important to understand how to use your abilities and how to adapt life to these extra sensitive parts of your personality. So boundaries is a key part of this. If you want to become a coach, a healer, or just an amazing, empowered, happy human being, you have to protect your energy. Because how can you serve others or serve yourself when you're feeling contracted, irritated, annoyed, closed down? Whatever the case may be, you know that feeling. And what if somebody comes by in the morning a little aggressively, and unbeknownst to them, it's really setting you off? Has that ever ruined your day, ruined your morning? What has been the impact of the boundaries that have been violated and not speaking up? I've spoken to a number of people who struggle with this. I struggle with this. I'm always trying to protect my energy because I know that when my energy is open and expansive and full and I'm feeling at ease and in my power, I can work miracles. I can really help people in some powerful ways. But when I'm contracted and annoyed or irritated, I can't do much. So here's the thing. Communicate to the other person that something's going on for you. I'll give you an example. The other day, I was working out at a gym. Had it all to myself. It was from 7 to 8 a.m. I was blissing out. It was so peaceful and meditative. I was having a great time. I was also in a very sensitive place. This was early. And I was in my flow. I was listening to this really beautiful, soft music. And then this guy comes charging into my space, very eager to chat. He wanted to ask me, what do I do for work? What am I doing in the area? And when can we work out together? And this and that. And I felt like he was kind of pulling on my energy. Like he was just really interested in getting something from me, which was innocent. That's okay. But what he didn't realize is that I'm a sensitive person and that it's important that I have my experience this morning. And it was a lesson because in that moment I actually didn't say anything, and it did impact me. And, it took me some time until I had a call with my own coach to help me unpack this. And I got some really good pointers so that the next time I was better prepared. And a few days ago, I was at an event where earlier some emotions had come up, and I was feeling sensitive. Wasn't feeling very open to talking to people I didn't know. And this young guy comes up to me full of eagerness and interest in picking my brain and having a chat. And he sits down right next to me, and I noticed the shift in energy. I was content drinking my cacao, reading this book in peace. And then with his energy coming in, I realized, I don't like this. I'm not wanting to engage at his level right now. And so I simply stated, hey, I'm actually not available to chat right now. I had some emotions coming up earlier, and I'm just sitting with that, but I'd be happy to chat with you later. And that was it. He didn't take offense to it. He got up and he, went and talked to someone else, and I was able to continue to work through my stuff and feel good. And there's a few things that are happening here when we do this. One is that we're actually protecting the relationship, whether it's someone we know or it's a friend. By stating our boundaries and telling people, sorry, not now, we're making sure that resentment doesn't build, that we don't end up getting really annoyed with this person, and then we make the decision that, I can't handle this person, and we don't talk to them after that. We kind of close off the relationship. Or we carry baggage, and the next time we talk, we have this resentment that's just kind of brewing behind the surface. So if you've had an experience like this, just know that any level of conflict or unease that might come up, or this person might feel a little bit annoyed, understand that this is actually, in the long run, going to preserve the relationship. I'll give you one more example. I was at a party recently where I was the eager person talking to someone else. There was a woman that I wanted to catch up with, and I was asking her, hey, how's your week been? How's everything been going? And she knew enough to understand that her boundary was being crossed because she was in a different headspace. She wasn't wanting to connect on that level. She just wanted to kind of flow in the party, and she let me know. She basically said, hey, Adam, I just don't want to really talk right now. I've kind of got some stuff going on. And as a sensitive being, I felt a little pang of rejection, of unease, of conflict, of whatever. And I had to sit with that. And in time, that unease passed, and then we connected later that night, and it was very positive and great because things had shifted, and, well, she preserved the relationship, and she allowed it to be my responsibility to deal with any level of unease that came up through that. Because ultimately, it's the other person's responsibility. If they're coming into your space and they're having this negative effect on you, and you let them know that they're having this negative effect, it's not personal, but yeah, it could sting. It could come with some feelings of ouchiness, and that's okay. That's life. So that's how this works. You let people sort through what feelings come up for them, And if they explode and they get really angry at you, well, that's a pretty clear sign that it's a good thing that you drew your boundary, because had you not, it wouldn't have been pretty, and it just tells you that this person isn't for you. They're not a relationship worth cultivating. And besides, the chances of that happening are quite slim anyways. So, guys, I could talk forever about this. I'll have to do more videos because it's a very rich and complex topic. The bottom line is that as an HSP, it is so important to protect and preserve your energy so that you can be this empowered person. If you want to be a coach and a healer, this is vital. That's all about cultivating your energy, your expansiveness, your power, your confidence. And without setting appropriate boundaries, it doesn't matter. It won't make a difference. So, give it a try. Next time you feel that encroachment, just plainly state the situation. Hey, I really appreciate you coming over here to chat. But I'm actually, I'm a pretty sensitive person, and it's too early in the morning, and I can't handle this conversation right now. I hope you can understand, but I just need a little time to myself, and I'll be happy to chat with you another time. Something as simple as that can do wonders for your life and for your day. So that's all, guys. In the description, there's going to be a link to book a free career clarity call. It's a consultation with me where you get to have a chat about what it means to become a coach or a healer as an HSP. So if you're considering becoming a coach or a healer and you're just not sure about it, you don't know if it's for you, or you're having some issues with your own confidence being able to take that leap, then fill out the short application through that link and book a call with me. We'll spend 15 minutes just diving into it, and I'll help you sort that out. So that's all, guys. Hope you're having a great day, and till next time.